Hello, and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam. It's Todd Anderson. We got Rob over there in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
He'll be taking all of your questions and comments. Make sure you tag at SCG Tour so he can see them and send them over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games and Carnox Chairs. Lean back. Make sure you go to carnox.com/SCG if you want one of these, and you can lean back too because it is super comfy. Why are you looking at me like this?
You should do the same bit.
Yeah.
Come up with a new bit. Carnox chairs. Your butt will be comfy. You know? Come up with like a fake catchphrase or something.
How is that
chairs.
catchphrase fake? Once I make it, then it's real.
Carnox, well, it's not their catchphrase, though.
Sure.
Carnox chairs. We don't eat people.
I don't know if you've ever sold a chair in your life, but I don't think the line, "we don't eat people," is inspiring any confidence. If anything, it'll make them think that they do, in fact, eat people.
I don't know why people keep asking me about whether or not I eat people. Clearly, my slogan says I don't.
Yes. We're aware of that, Todd.
All right, well, let's move on.
Did we do a background check on Todd? Can we get... He's been here for a long time.
Never been arrested.
Never
on the record.
Yeah, never eaten a person either, I guess.
I mean, that's my catchphrase. if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Never done that.
We'll see, I guess. I'll give a call to Pete later tonight, and we'll get it looked into.
Just move on. Let it go.
Okay. I guess.
What are we doing?
We are continuing to play some Modern in advance of SCG Pittsburgh this weekend, and we got 2 decks left in our Modern Roulette. We are tied 1-1, so we'll be playing for the marbles. We got to roll to decide which decks we're playing, but first, we're going to reveal to you the 2 remaining decks.
Yeah.
One of them, I think, was pretty obvious.
Hogak. Best deck in the format. Not close.
So one of us in this deciding marble match is going to get to play Hogak.
I'm not even sure that I want to play Hogak, though, because the other deck might actually have a pretty good Hogak matchup.
It's a deck that did pretty well in the MCQ last weekend. 4 of the top 30 players, which was the entire X2 bracket, went down to 30th. 4 of the top 30 were playing this deck, which is puts it in the top 4, along with Hogak, Azorius, and Izzet Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a strong contender right now. It has some good main deck options to fight it and a lot of graveyard hate. So
what is it? Eldrazi Tron specifically. Now, this deck, we had some fun last week where we actually played 3 different decks with 1 banned card each in them, basically powerhouse decks, against the Hogak deck to see just how busted the Hogak deck was. And honestly, the Hogak deck overperformed 2-1s in the matchups, and it was clean. But the matchup that gave it the most trouble was the old Kolos Eldrazi deck that Luis Scott Vargas and Team Channel Fireball actually used to put up significant results at that Pro Tour. 3 people in top 8. But mostly that was back on the strength of Eye of Ugin. But the card that I think really stood out was Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void is specifically, I think, really strong against the graveyard deck because it's almost all 1-mana spells, aside from Bloodghast and Hogak, I believe, and Vengevine. Everything costs 1. So if you Chalice, it's going to really slow down their development, and if you're on the play, it's going to be really tough. And if they don't really have a really good turn 1 or turn 2, when they're on the play, single Chalice of the Void will completely change the matchup.
Yes, agreed. Definitely a tough card. It sort of forces you to also bring in answers to it, whether that be Tear or Ingot Chewer. So you're diluting your deck in the post-board games to deal with those. Then you still want some Lightning Axes to help deal with the creatures.
Yeah.
You can develop a board if you gimp them, and then you've got some answers to other things going on. So there's definitely some play to that matchup, and your chalices are not going to be quite as fast as the old Colorless Eldrazi deck. You have no Simian Spirit Guides. That's an advantage for the Hogak deck, but definitely a deck whose Disruption package is going to give you fits as opposed to the standard, bolts and spot removal. Not a lot of that going on in the Eldrazi Tron deck.
All right, I have a question for you. If you could pick one of these 2 decks, which one would you pick? You pick the Hogak deck. Okay. I think I would also pick the Hogak deck. So we're going to roll for this. We're just going to do high roll. Raw's going to roll first, and whatever number lands on his red marker is going to be his number, and then I will do the same. This will prevent ties. That's a 3. Not great. I might actually just take Eldrazi Tron, though, because I kind of want to just see. I got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, I'm looking on my side. I got a 2. I'm sorry, I was still looking at your marker link. So okay,
give me the bridge fund deck.
And we are going to be playing for the marbles. Let's go. I'm fine with it. Okay, I already said I might pick it, and I did. Get out of here. This roulette wheel, thanks to Commander Versus for letting us borrow it. Commander Versus, they don't eat people.
Okay. I got some questions about that Jeremy Knoll character, though.
You know, they've been doing construction on his street for about 4 years now, and he could have hit a lot of bodies under that asphalt, dude. And they're never going to find them.
It's true. Tracks.
Terrible people here.
All right. You got anything for me, Rob, while we're shuffling up?
Not at the moment.
Come on, chat. Y'all got to come up with some good questions, man. We need content.
I'm sorry. I forgot one from Nick. Nick wants to know who the squads are for SCG Pit.
I will be playing with Jimothy Davis and Tannen Grace, continuing our quixotic quest to get Tannen Grace a trophy.
That, of course, is a reference to Don Quixote, I assume.
Yes.
Use the $1 million words there.
Yeah. Quixotic?
Quixotic.
Even though
Changes to a very, very English pronunciation. It's an English word.
That's weird. Anyway, I will be streaming the Red Bull Esports Magic Arena tournament starting at 3 a.m. Eastern Time.
Good luck with that.
Look, my plan tomorrow is to get like blackout drunk at 5 p.m., fall asleep around 6 p.m., sleep from 6 to midnight, wake up, have a glass of water, start streaming at 2.
Maybe just put the coffee pot on.
I don't own a coffee pot.
Maybe get a case of Red Bull.
Oh, I already have that.
You're streaming the Red Bull event. They should have sent you one for free.
You know, whatever. I'm not gonna. It's not a requirement.
Yeah.
Just get Monster to sponsor you for a Red Bull tournament.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, I'm gonna be on the play here since I lost last match, and honestly, very happy with this hand. So.
Yeah, my hand's pretty good too.
All right. I'll start off with a Relic of Progenitus. Hopefully that stalls Ross a bit. We can afford to let the graveyard deck kind of build up a little bit before we need to pop it. Look at that face. Face cam, Ross Mariam. Just want to point out, this is the type of stuff you're going to have to be playing against every round if you play the Hogak deck. Main deck, graveyard.
I'm going to go to 17 for a Blood Crypt.
You're Pluto Delta. I'm not going to give him the option.
Mill 3.
Citrus Flyer is actually a pretty decent opener against a Relic because I can't just continually eat away the little things. I got to maybe hold up mana.
Okay, Mill 3.
All right, there's a bridge. Snagging a bridge would be pretty nice here. Your turn. I'm going to go ahead and eat your swamp, I guess.
Not Chalice in one, so that's nice.
Yeah, would have loved to turn 2 Chalice. But
not a good set of draws. Definitely need to Faithless Looting here.
Okay. Now, if he puts another bridge into the yard here, I'm pretty highly incentivized to just pop this Relic. The deck is a lot worse without access to bridge. Still good, though. You also need to be cognizant of something like Hogak and his ability to play a creature.
No.
Ross really wants these marbles. He is tanking. Ooh. Here comes the fetch land, and I'm mad.
Turn Bloodgust.
Yep.
Attack for 1.
19.
You're 19, I'm 17. You can go.
Exile. Tron.
Patrick Sullivan's favorite play here, maybe.
Yeah. I think it is. It's double matter shaper. This is a classic Tron. Your turn.
2 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So no Smasher, no Thought Not Seer. I doubt you could all as Dust would not have been a great play there.
It's true.
Because I would have 2 bridge triggers and this trigger. So in order to stop me from getting 2 zombies, you'd have to pop the relic, but then I'd just get the Bloodgust back, and then I'd have this trigger resolve after that. So maybe all is Dust. I think you'd play Endbringer over those Reshapers too.
I agree.
So I think your hand is pretty bad.
I agree.
Okay. End step, I'm going to crack this. Go to 16.
Mm-hmm.
And get a tapped Blood Crypt.
Get this out of my way a little bit. Clean up my side a little bit. What you got?
Flashback looting.
I accept. Well, I don't blame you. The marbles are on the line.
It's tough playing around the relic too.
Yeah, I know.
Pitch 2 lands.
Yep. I saw Bridge of Vengevine cast Hogak.
Nope.
I just assumed that was going to happen.
Did not find the Hogak.
Maybe I should just pop out this relic now. Probably not. Whatever. Maybe? Nah. Alright, eat. Sorry, wrong one. Smasher, attack for 11.
Block a Reshaper.
Okay. How you stacking them triggers?
I will put the Spire trigger on stack, then the Bridge trigger, so the Bridge will resolve first.
Yeah. I think I just let him have it. I can... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you take 8. You're at 8.
Yep.
I will play a Blast Zone. Pass turn.
This is a good draw. Hogak.
Okie dokie.
Carrion Feeder, trigger Vengevine.
I will... Oh, Relic.
Stitcher Supplier, mill 3.
Mm-hmm.
Stitcher Supplier, mill 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should play the Carrion Feeder first. Pass the turn.
Draw a card.
Yep.
I'm really sorry about this. Sweep you. Well, you can start by sacking some suppliers.
I mean, I'm probably not going to hit Bridge.
Yeah.
Mill 3. Oh, there's
Oh,
the last
come on.
one.
You just
Then-
let it happen.
Yeah, so 4 zombies.
Okay.
And another mill for 3.
It's pretty good. How many basics have I seen? Because I have a Ghost Quarter. Not a whole lot to do with it.
You have seen 1. Nope, that's actually both. I put a second in the deck.
And you have a Faithless Looting in the grave, right?
Nope.
Oh, it's gone?
Yep.
Okay.
Got exiled by the relic.
Okay. Let's just smash. Whatever.
So I have to make 2 blocks here to not die. So I guess we'll block the 2 Matter Reshapers.
So you take 5, you're at 3.
Yep. So at least lets the Hogak contain the battlefield.
Bridge gone.
Oh, yeah.
You have to block.
Yeah.
There's no reason. Yeah. All right. First Reshaper, Thought Knot to hand. Second Reshaper, Shaper to the battlefield. And Ghost Quarter of Blood Crypt. Your turn.
Ross, given that he has he could find a relic, was there any thought to trying to block the reshape or the smasher instead?
I don't think you can afford to do that because we're under so much duress on our life total. So you just have to hope at that point. So we'll play Carrion Feeder, play Gravecrawler from Graveyard, and then play Hogak.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yup.
And then I'll pass the turn. So I have a removal spell bead. I can't beat another Smasher.
Wow, that one. You beat that one? Is that the same one? No, it's there. Okay. That's pretty good. This
Yeah.
deck's great. Turn 3 Natural Tron, turn 1 Relic. Don't draw both All's Dust when I desperately need to draw both of them. No big deal. Sideboard or nah?
Nah, we got time.
Got time
can
for
play.
BO5?
Yeah, that's
7. Okay. Yeah. We got 43 minutes. What you got for me, Rob? If you say nothing, just ask me a bad question if you got a bad one. That's fine.
Steas had a comment. I think this is a pretty bad hand. Could be said of every Eldrazi Tron hand ever. Alex Mateo 73 kind of has an interesting one. Do you think banning Faithless Looting would hurt deck diversity in Modern?
Yeah, I think at this point it's basically the brainstorm of Modern, where it and Ancient Stirrings both have like 4 decks or more that kind of rely on it to function and exist. And if you banned a card like Faithless Looting or Ancient Stirrings or whatever, you would actually hurt a wide variety of people. Whereas if you ban exactly Altar of Dementia, you kind of solve this problem of a deck that's way too good without affecting those other decks that are, I think, fine to exist. Like Dredge is borderline, but I think it's fine. Phoenix is borderline, but fine. It would be like banning Ironworks, right? Like you just ban the card that pushes that one deck way over the top.
But if those decks didn't exist, would the format just degenerate into like humans versus control decks, or would more like Stirrings decks be able to rise up and other things? Like I'm not so sure. In Legacy, Brainstorm is part of so many different decks, significantly more than Looting is in Modern. The only time we've really seen Looting used in a super fair deck was Mardu.
It's not true.
Izzet Phoenix is pretty fair as far as decks go, but Brainstorm is used in control decks in Legacy. It's used in Delver decks in Legacy. It's used in combo decks in Legacy. That's
arguably a better reason to ban it, because every single deck that plays blue wants 4 Brainstorm.
But I think if you banned Brainstorm in Legacy, the non-Brainstorm decks would become way too good.
I don't think that's
relative to the rest
true.
of the format.
I don't know.
I don't think the same thing is true for Faithless Looting in Modern.
I just think that if you ban a card like Faithless Looting or Ancient Stirrings or whatever, you're actually just invalidating literally thousands of people's decks.
That's an argument that I'm amenable to. There's a lot of money invested into Faithless Looting decks right now, and it's a huge hit to consumer confidence to ban it. And I don't think there's a super compelling reason to ban it because none of the decks are too good. Izzet Phoenix, it looked like it might be for a little bit, and then the format adapted. And if say the Hogak deck gets banned and they target it specifically, like Hogak and Altar get banned and it gets nuked. There's a lot of new things with Modern Horizons that are seeing a little bit of play. So we have no idea really what that format would look like.
And if you're curious, you can check out our video from Tuesday that goes up on YouTube tomorrow. You can see 6 different sweet decks. You can check out my article today on StarCityGames.com where I go over 8 different decks.
That's 14 different decks.
That's like, no, there's a bit of overlap.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of different decks. But check out my article on Star City Games. Check out YouTube video tomorrow.
I don't think there's a reason to ban looting right now, but it's certainly on the watch list as far as I'm concerned. This is an easy keep.
Fine.
Neonate pass. Storm one rock.
Go.
Okay, that's better. Okay.
I think I can mulligan this.
On your end step, pitch this to a bridge, get a zombie.
Sure. I hate that interaction. I don't know why. It just really bothers me that's how that works. $18. Am I dead? Give me my ley lines, please.
Sure, you can go.
Go. Wish I had Chalice of the Void here. Probably could have mulliganed this hand knowing the matchup, but like this hand is fine. I would keep this hand in the dark against every deck in the format except Hogak.
Okay, sack this, mill myself for 2, get a zombie.
Yeah. I would have been happy with this hand on the play even, I think.
Play Polluted Delta, get back Bloodgust.
Sure.
Sack it, mill myself for 2, get a zombie.
Sure. See, this is the stupid thing, because now if he just hits Hogak or has Hogak in hand, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead this turn.
Crack fetch, go to 19.
You have a swamp left if you like.
I would like that swamp. I think the second basic is nice. I got tired of taking too much damage from my lands. I wanted a 19th land anyway. Let's return that Bloodgast.
That's just so dumb.
Sack it, mill myself for 2, get a zombie. And we cast the Bloodgast to start,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, so you
now I cast Gravecrawler, return 2 Vengevines.
Cool. My go?
I think I'm just going to go for Hogak, right?
Just try to combo kill me.
I do have another bridge in my hand, but I'm not I don't think I'm attacking.
Yeah, just get some Vengevines.
I'm going to get back these Vengevines next turn because I have Gravecrawler Altar anyway.
Yeah.
So let's get a zombie mill 4. Hogak and second bridge. So you're just dead.
Cool. Really fun interactive Magic there, Wizards. Appreciate that there. Altar of Dementia reprint in Modern.
You had 2 turns to interact with me and you didn't.
Okay. Moving to sideboards. Where I get for Leyline of the Void. Oh, wait. No, what? Aw.
You have a Karn sideboard.
Great.
Thanks. I hate it.
I don't even have a friggin' pithing needle? Who built these decks? I got some words.
I don't know where you found this one.
Oh, it's probably Ross's pick.
Oh, you submitted this.
No, this one was yours.
No, shut up. Copy
paste.
paste.
Keep you accountable.
Copy paste. I'm a copy paste warrior. I kind of want to get Karn out of the deck if I'm bringing in all my graveyard hate. And I think that Karn is just too slow anyway. I mean, I'm curious if, like, you know, what else I want to potentially leave in the deck, but I think getting the Karns out's okay. All right. Anything over there while we're thinking about how we're sideboarding?
Raverick says that'll teach Todd to stop net decking.
You're right. What deck had 4 Leyline of the Void in the sideboard? Was it the
Mine. The Bridgevine deck.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure the Possibility Storm deck I played actually had it too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there was one other deck with 4 of them.
Yeah, I think it did.
And the question is, do I want anything else from the sideboard to come in? Like, Ensnaring Bridge is a joke because he just kills me with Altar of Dementia.
Well, your Karn shuts down Altar of Dementia, so maybe you don't want to bring it out.
It's just so slow. And I guess I could do like 3 Cage and a Crypt come in and 4 other cards come out and then just leave 1 Tormod's Crypt and then the Mycosynth Lattice plan.
And the bridge.
Yeah, so this can stay in the sideboard. And then, so what do I actually cut? Like, I guess Matter Reshaper, but that doesn't seem like every other card in my deck's pretty good. It's all Eldrazi's and Chalices and
Ballista is good at dealing with the bridge.
Right.
So we probably want to keep that.
Mhm.
Endbringer does not seem that good.
That's
It is
probably
both
fair.
slow and like probably doesn't take over the battlefield against my best draws.
Okay, I got 2 Endbringers that can bring in.
Yeah, you're right. Your deck is actually pretty stacked with good cards.
I can maybe cut some of the weirdo lands. Like, I don't think Blaststone is very good, but cutting lands is always a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, if you were going to do that, I would just cut Mindstone, I think.
I mean, maybe I just trim like a Karn and something else.
And Aeol's Dust, maybe.
Lol. So I'm on the way to bust 3 zombies.
That's
It
true.
is expensive. Maybe it is worth cutting. But if you get going, like, it's literally the only thing I have for a reset button. I don't really have a way out otherwise.
I don't know. Pick 2 other cards. I'm trimming some creatures. I think Bloodghast is kind of weak here. It's between Gravecrawler and Vengevine now for me, as far as what I think the worst creatures, or at least the most expendable one. Gravecrawler is awkward in multiples if you have a sack outlet. But it is good at triggering Vengevine, so it's hard to cut too many Gravecrawlers without making Vengevine worse. I think Bloodghast is significantly worse in this matchup specifically. I guess I can cut some Neonates. A lot of people cut Neonates. But I'm usually I usually struggle to just get cards from my hand in my graveyard. Like both those games I had like bridges.
I literally just cut 4 Vengevines first. I don't, if I'm born in 4 cards, 4 Vengevines is the first thing to go. And then it's some number of Bloodghast. But I think Gravecrawler is actually good.
I think I'm going to go 2-1 the other way.
Like, cutting Gravecrawler and leaving in Vengevine feels like a mistake to me because it's like that 1-2 punch. But I don't know. All right, I am going to cut the All's Dust. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not, but we're doing it.
Yeah, it's tough to say. After how good they were in the first game.
Well, the first one was bad. The second one killed you.
Well, the first one was only bad because I hit the last bridge.
Yeah, but you also were really unlucky to have 2 more bridges in hand. Like, you had 2 Stitcher Supplier triggers to find 1 more bridge to have like a pretty good spot.
I guess from your perspective, I have 2 random cards in hand, so I'm looking at 3 bridges across my deck and 2 cards.
What you got for me, Rob?
What do you think about unbanning Preordain?
Please stop. Everyone, just stop. Like it.
I don't know. I wish they would just like basically re-examine the ban list and think about how they want Modern to look and what they want Modern to be. And I don't know. It's not like we need more cantrips. I just personally, I want cantrips that make Delver of Secrets good. And if
there aren't cantrips it's not the quality of the cantrips that is stopping Delver from being good.
I disagree. I think if we
just spent 6 months with the best deck being a deck that plays 12 cantrips. But it plays different threats.
But they don't set up Delver very well. That's the problem.
Serum Visions is very good at setting up Delver. It's better than Preordain at setting up Delver.
Disagree.
The problem with Delver of Secrets is the quality of the removal in Modern is too high, and you don't have the disruption to back it up.
Maybe you do now with Force Negation, though.
It does help. We've seen of some Izzet Delver decks, so like that could.
And I mean, they've also been playing Archmage's Charm too. I really like the look of those builds.
That's the kind of card that you need to make Delver good. We already have the cantrips. Like, why is everyone clamoring for Preordain when we literally just spent 6 months with Izzet Phoenix playing 12 cantrips at the top? Clearly, like, Sleight of Hand, Opt, and everything else are good enough to not only compete in Modern, but to like almost dominate Modern for a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think Preordain is going to do? I just don't. I don't get it.
Chill out, dude. Chill.
My hand is solid.
All right, go. Go. Just in case. Get some. Kind of want it to be a surprise, but if I might even just pop it to get a bridge if he goes like turn 1, dude bridge. Sure.
I'm gonna go to 17.
Chalice of the Void. GG. He has a bunch of Ingot Chewers probably, so maybe not in hand though. GG.
Fetch to 16 for a swamp shenanigans set. Attack for 2.
18.
You can go.
What are you at?
I'm at 16.
Depending on how the meta shapes up, would card like Shenanigans be something you look to over an old staple such as Ancient Grudge now, or do you really want to maximize the dredge synergies before you put it in a deck?
It can depend on the deck. I like that Shenanigans is significantly better against Grafdigger's Cage. And it'll depend on the metagame. Like things like War Prison, Shenanigans is significantly better. Things like Affinity, you'd much rather have Grudge. So there's some contextual things to think about.
Mm-hmm. Tilt.
Rather keep the Shenanigans here than the second Hogak. So
Okie dokie.
let's play that, and then I'll play a Carrion Feeder and pass the turn.
I don't really need to hit Tron. I'm gonna relic your Shenanigans.
That's pretty good.
Ballista for 1. Your turn.
So 1 card in hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a what does even Haunted Fengraf do?
Returns a creature at random from my graveyard to my
That's
hand.
a weird one.
It is a weird one. I agree.
How do I want to play this? I will sack here.
Okay.
Get a counter. Mill 3.
Nothing of consequence. It's good news.
I will play a Flinken Harbinger.
Okay.
Find the copy of Ingot Chewer. And then I will Necrotic Wound the Matter Reshaper.
So that goes on top. I'm gonna relic in response.
I will then sack these 2 and make a 4/4.
Okay.
You want to crypt me?
Yes.
Okay, so we've dealt with both of these, and now I will attack for 8.
10.
You can go.
Maybe I should block with Reshaper. Yeah, I'm gonna block with Reshaper. I'm gonna take 6. I'm at 12.
Yeah.
And reveal and draw. I'll play a Karn. I'm gonna minus and go get bridge. I don't know what I'm searching my deck for. Maybe I'm gonna get bridge. Maybe I should just get Wormcoil Engine. Just cast that next turn and have 2 things. This Karn is probably gonna die, and then Ingot Chewer stops bridge. But if he sends Hogak at Karn, that's pretty good for me. I'm gonna get bridge. I have a plan. Your turn.
I will send Carrion Feeder at you and Hogak at Karn.
All right, so Karn's going to die no matter what, and I will take the...
Or actually, I'm going to play Gravecrawler first. But
Oh, then I'm going to Yeah, I was blocking the shoot grip probably.
Sack here, recast it, post combat, so you're still at 12.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Ghost Quarter your Blood Crypt. Could have like Troned, but I wanted to Ghost Quarter his red source so he couldn't Ingot Chewer me. I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't draw red in the next 2 draws.
Okay. So, don't have a red source, but I do have Altar, which should be pretty good.
Yeah.
So, mill myself for 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. I need to be hitting bridges here, which I've yet to hit one.
Yeah, him not hitting bridge. I mean, he can recast Hogak though right now, and then mill 8, and then if he hits a bridge off this 8, he can sack both of these to alter, mill a bunch, and then
Yeah, that's still 5.
there's a very good chance I'm dead. And he has another
Mill 8 again.
5, 6. There's a bridge. So now both these can be another Hogak.
Yep. So
And this one actually mills you for 5 too,
yeah,
which is nice.
So we'll sack here, get a zombie, mill 5,
Second bridge.
and that should do it.
Yeah.
Third bridge.
So I don't have an Eldrazi, Ulamog, or whatever that shuffles my deck, so the altars actually just kills me.
Yeah. Mill myself for 2, get 3 zombies. There's a Vengevine too.
Okay. So, unfortunate. All right, 2 more games to try to win out to get the marbles.
I don't know what turn that was, but I beat Tormod's Crypt, Relic, Progenitus Bridge,
And Chalice.
and Chalice.
Shenanigans goes a long way to helping alleviate a lot of that pressure.
Yeah.
Like, you had the small ball graveyard stuff, and the Hogak on turn 3 is just like, it's too big. It's
Yeah.
too much. It's too much. And that's, I mean, if they banned just Hogak, I would be fine with that ban, just because Hogak plus Bridge plus Altar is just the combo that's super annoying. And the draws of the deck that feature like turn 2 or turn 3 just 8/8 Trampler for virtually no cost, baffling to me. Baffling to me.
And you see Hogak particularly good here because Todd's playing is attacking on the ground with 3/2s, 4/4s, and 5/5s.
Yeah.
Against Is It Phoenix, they're bouncing that Hogak with Thing or attacking in the air with Phoenixes. They can get by that aggressive plan once they have some graveyard hate with Surgical and Trap.
Yeah.
Not as much here.
All right, I'm going to keep mine.
Ross, did you miss lethal the turn prior? Didn't you have an artifact destruction spell, then kill the ballista, then attack for 12?
Oh, yeah. No, didn't you? Todd had killed my... Oh, the turn before when he had the Karn.
Went Karn minus Bridge. You had 12 power. I was at 12. And
Yeah, and you knew I was drawing the... You hadn't ghost quartered me yet. Yeah, that was illegal.
No, I thought I still had reach. Oh, because, yeah, I shouldn't have blocked with the Reshaper the turn before.
Because I just had...
It's just more damage. It was just bad play by me. It should not have ended up mattering, but it did.
Yeah. So you're on the play. This is game 4.
Yep.
And yeah. This would be a clear mulligan in a pre-board game because it's pretty slow, but it's pretty resilient. So I'm going to try it, but I'm not sure if this is good.
Go.
Pass.
A Reshaper and a Tormod's Crypt. So you go.
Oh, also, a small bit of playing within the rules. The Necrotic Wound, the creature still would have been exiled because it died that turn. Doesn't have to die from the Necrotic Wound.
Oh, wow. Are you sure Necrotic Wound's worded like that?
It says
Yeah.
if that creature would die this turn, exile it
Sure.
instead.
Yeah, so there was no reason for me to block the Reshaper then. I was literally blocking in order to get the trigger, so yeah, good call. See, and this is why none of these cards should be in Arena. All right, tag for 3.
17.
Let's go Blast Zone. Play a Walking Ballista on 1 and a Graft Digger's Cage and say go. You can see I won the game where I turned 3 Trond and drew all my good stuff. Now, I mean, I have like some stuff to lock him down, but I do not feel comfortable against Altar. You can just find shenanigans with Altar pretty easily. Russ kept a hand with no 1-drop, which means he probably has Artifact Destruction.
Shenanigans, the Tormod's Crypt.
Okay. I go.
Ingot Chewer, stack the triggers so that that dies first. And then I'll sack to mill 3.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Oh, that was a weird draw. No, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I do. Karn, so I can lock down his Altar, and then I'm going to minus and get Tormod's Crypt and cast it. Attack for 4.
13.
Here we go.
Dredge the Shenanigans.
Nice. That's really good for me, actually.
This Karn is very difficult to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Ult the Crypt.
Get your grave.
Fortunately, I didn't really draw creatures here. Maybe this was a mulligan. I was definitely vulnerable to Karn with this hand. I was pretty good against Graveyard Hate. Todd's played with multiple pieces, but the Karn follow-up is really what I'm going to struggle with. Pass the turn. Actually, I should hold this. You can go. Maybe I'm not supposed to keep hands that are pretty dependent on Altar because of Karn.
You're what? 13?
13.
Put you 9.
Yep.
Oh, thought not see you. Just take the. I think just take Vengevine. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Maybe this is better because it can potentially block if I draw looting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let's take this down and get.
Snare Bridge.
Oh, it's actually in my deck. It's not supposed to be in my deck. What do I get? It's actually a little tough because I can get something like Trinisphere, which could slow him down but he has the shenanigans. I mean, he's dead. He can't. He has to just take a natural draw, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
Maybe I just get coding and then I can start blowing up your lands. I don't know. Whatever. Go.
That's actually really good. So I can dredge the shenanigans and deal with Ballista and make sure I get another turn. So you'd ping me for 1 to 8 and then attack me to 1.
Mm-hmm. Seems like a losing proposition. Though.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because next turn you're like doing good things.
Yeah, I'm like blowing up a land is the floor. Drew a bridge.
I guess the bridge would have died, like gone away anyway. But
yeah. Game 5.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah, like I kept a hand with shenanigans and altar and like 2 altars and a bloodghast and like 3 lands, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I could like shenanigans early interaction and then set up pretty quickly with Bloodghast Altar, but then the Karn just shut that down, and I didn't really draw other creatures. Like the rest of my draws didn't give me another plan.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's make sure we get the Locomotive Coating and the Tormod's Crypt back in the sideboard. Don't want to repeat that mistake. Got anything for us, Rob?
Yeah, what's up with Amulet? 187 Annihilation was wondering if Hogak is the only reason that Amulet has dropped as far as it has.
I think that's one major reason, and the Hogak's pressure on the format. Hogak has brought a bunch of other fast, non-interactive decks, things like Mono Red Phoenix and Infect are good decks against Hogak to some extent, and those are all bad matchups for Amulet.
Yeah, because in a lot of ways, Amulet is just on the same spectrum as far as speed is concerned. It just doesn't utilize the same resource to do the degenerate stuff. It uses lands instead of graveyard. So any deck that would normally be good against Hogak deck is probably also good against the Amulet type deck.
Amulet very frequently does not interact with its opponent on the first 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not tenable against Bridgevine or any of the other fast decks that Bridgevine has put into the format. There's less humans around, which is something that Amulet like to see. The Is It Phoenix matchup is far from a slam dunk. Though I have seen fewer Blood Moons around in Is It Phoenix. So.
It's true.
A lot of like Alpine Moon.
Yeah, a lot of 2 of Alpine Moon, no Blood Moon.
Yeah. Okay, I am on play. Game 5.
This for the marbles. Holy crap! This is the heart of the cards hand. I got to see what Ross does. If he goes to 6, I might keep. If he stays at 7, we might mull.
This has got to be a mulligan. It's just not doing anything. Look at that.
What do you think, Rob?
Seems a little loose, but
yeah, but like heart of the cards, man. It's just there.
Played this deck, sure.
It's just got to be there. And if it's not there, I got 4 anti-graveyard cards. I can turn 3 Karn if I draw 1. I think this is a fine Tron guy keep. I don't think Tron guy would ever mulligan this hand. Like, why are you even playing the deck?
I don't know. Where's Tannen? Is Tannen in chat? You could tell us.
Well, Drowsy Tron and regular Tron are not the same deck.
No, but all Tron guys play both.
Do they?
Yeah, but knowing if you're good enough to draw the Tron line off the top, that's
Yeah, I'm gonna, so I'm keeping.
This one's definitely a keep, and we will
definitely keep. That's strong words. It's not like my graveyard stuff has really been that impactful. Ross just always has shenanigans or whatever.
I'm at 18.
Yep.
Start on looting.
Yes! Size! Lots of size.
Sign Master Thopterist.
Yeah, and there's like just a graveyard card right here. Don't worry. Why are you signing? That's a good discard. He doesn't have a land is why, and he's mad. Perfect. Here we go. Perfect draw. Found the land. Complains the whole time.
You can go.
Okay, he didn't need the land. Your turn. I see the problem now. Ross. Uh-oh.
Attack for 2.
Yep.
You're at 18.
18 all.
You can go.
All right, stop not. I think I just have to take the 8/8. No matter what I take, he's getting the Vengevine back. So, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I guess if I hadn't seen Graveyard Hate, maybe I should have put the Hogak in the yard to make sure I got it. But then you just take one of the creatures and it just gets tough. Sack Outlet, please. It's not a Sack Outlet.
Just get back Vengevine and attack. You even have the land to get back Bloodghast? You're presenting a ton of power.
Yeah. So let's get the Vengevine. Thing is, it I guess I'll still end up with 2 zombies. That's probably good enough.
12.
So you're 12. Then play this, return Bloodgust.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Do I know your last card?
Nope. You got a million cards over there because you've done nothing.
Yeah. Went Mindstone in turn 3 Thought Knot. It's turn 4.
11 power on turn 4 is not like super special from what I've done, but
Right. But I can't kill your creatures either, right? 'Cause
yeah. I guess it is 11 power with 2 bridges in the graveyard. And essentially a kill if I draw Altar, you're just dead. If I draw Carrion Feeder, you're probably dead. Yeah. I mean, if I draw Carrion Feeder, I'm making 30 zombies or something like that. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
I think I just attack with the Bloodghast. The Gravecrawler is the only one that can definitely get caught under the Crypt. And I don't think you're blocking any of these, whereas you might just block here and Crypt with the triggers on the stack and just get a free Gravecrawler for your troubles. Am I okay with that? Am I okay with that? I think I am. I think I'd like to force it out of you, so...
Final answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Ghost Quarter your Pluto Delta. All right, Gravecrawler Bloodghast. All right. I take 2. I'm at 10.
Yep.
Triggers on the stack. Torment Crypt you. So you fetch down to 17.
Yep.
Lose the bridges. I can pop a beat on the phone. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure I've said my share of real bad words before.
Okay. So you're at 10. I'm at 17. No one heard anything.
No, it's fine. Okay. My go?
No. Supplier.
Okay.
Now you can go.
Draw.
Karn.
Guess I just get Tormod's Crypt. I will say go. Inside your draw step. And a Ghost Quarter your Blood Crypt.
I have a shrine still left for this Delta.
Get your other blood crypt.
Yeah, that'll play. You have 2 in hand?
Mm-hmm.
And you only have 4 mana, so unless you have Tron, you can't lattice me. If you
Had 2 draws to hit it though. Just saying, yeah.
Sure. Even if you lattice me, I can deal with the Karn. Like I can get out from under it.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I can still attack.
Mm-hmm. So I would probably just get something like a Worm Coil Engine at that point. Maybe Ensnaring Bridge if I can empty my hand.
I think I just send the Vengevine at the Karn.
Just let Karn die. So I can't. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot going on if I block and give him a free card, and these are just keeping all this in check. Karn down.
Okay, you can go.
Can't gamble. Can't gamble on that. All right, Matter Reshaper, your turn. I don't think he has a spell in hand, so we'll see though. He would have cast it post combat, or he has a red spell.
Gross way to lose this game to get double ghost ordered.
Yup.
Don't really think I want to trade the Vengevine for the Reshaper.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go. Feel very dead this game.
All right, I'm gonna play another Thought Knots here. Trigger. Take Gravecrawler, I guess. Your turn. It's like one easy way for him to get the Vengevine back if things go wrong. Karn. Minus. See, can he kill? I have 4 blockers for 4 attackers, so I'll just get Mycosynth Lattice and cast it. Oh no, I have 5. Sorry. Okay, I will get Ensnaring Bridge and cast it.
Bridge.
All right. And here we go.
This needs to be Carrion Feeder for me to have any sort of shot. Now the bridge takes care of that, doesn't it? I guess if your hand is all like 2 more expensive cards, which I doubt it is. You have 1 card in hand?
Mm-hmm.
And these don't do anything. Yeah, I'm dead. I only have 3 blood crypts, so I can't fetch for another one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because the other one's here. I'm dead.
All right. That was a sweet game. So basically what happens is I go get Lattice, cast it. Ross basically can't cast another spell for the rest of the game. Bridge basically locks up his attacks for the rest of the game. Eventually I just draw Walking Ballista and I cast and activate a bunch. Alternatively, I can eventually minus the Karn at some point to get the Liquid Metal Coating, take care of literally Ross's entire side of the battlefield, and then just wait 5 turns while I draw 5 cards and then attack.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, it's not like it'll
take a while, but
it takes a while, but it's, it'll be there. All right. Sweet match.
Yeah, I really needed to hit something off that early looting. Just never found a sack outlet to go with those bridges early.
Yeah, I mean, bridge is a lot worse if you don't have one of those powerful sacrifice outlets for sure.
Maybe could have got my Hogak in the yard and played around a Thought Knot when it was pretty clear that you didn't have Crypt or... Though you could have just had Karn. It's weird because it's either Karn or Thought Knot Seer, so I can't really play around. I can't play around both. I just have to pick.
Yeah, I mean, I actually drew the Karn on the following turn, but I think that hand on the play, if I have turn 2 Mind Stone but no 1-drop, or no play on 1, you have to assume either Thought Knot or Karn, and if it's Karn, if you discard the Hogak, I'm just going to Tormod's Crypt you immediately.
And that's a much worse outcome because the Vengevine's also there. So when you Thought Knot me and take the Hogak, I at least get the Vengevine, get to pressure the Thought Knot. I can draw a Lightning Axe. I can draw any sack outlet and be, a sack outlet any turn before the Karn came down, a Coating or Carrion Feeder, I think is game pretty quickly. Just couldn't find one and sort of sat there with some 2/2s and 1/1s. And you had the Crypt out, so I couldn't really attack with my Stitcher suppliers and or really the Vengevine at that point.
Do you want to go over the attack real quick with the Ghost Quarter where you needed to play the second fetch land?
Yeah, it all just goes down and there's the end of combat step after damage is dealt where Todd can activate his Tormod's Crypt, and that's going to get my Gravecrawler because I can't cast it. But if I have a fetch land on tap, fetch land to crack, I can get my Bloodghast back at instant speed. But if Todd Ghost Quarters first, I'll get a Swamp. The Ghost Quarter won't do anything, but it will stop me from having that fetch land during the end of combat step. So I need to play the second fetch, which was awkward because I would rather have that in my hand to then cast Looting. And that's sort of what set up me not having enough red mana. I drew the Godless Shrine naturally. I don't think there was a chance where I could have gotten the third red source, especially because it ended up in the graveyard.
Yeah, I don't know if you Stitchers applied it or maybe you discarded early with a Looting or something.
Yeah.
Didn't you go Looting on 1 and then flashback Looting on 3? You had a kind of slow draw? And then on 3, that was when I Thought Knot Seared you and your hand was
I probably discarded I think I discarded the Crypt to that second.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you had a fetch land in hand. You kept fetch land over Blood Crypt because you had Bloodghast.
Yeah,
and that's reasonable. That's one of the reasons, though. A lot of these Bridgevine decks are actually built with 4 Blood Crypts in it, and sometimes they shave on Blackleaf Cliffs, even though Blackleaf Cliffs is nuts in the deck, just so that if the game goes long, you have extra Blood Crypts to fetch because you mill over so many cards.
Yeah, but that really only comes up against actual Ghost Quarter, which I don't think is going to come up very often. I think the life total is going to matter more over the course of a tournament than that situation. It just came up there in game 5 because that's my life.
Well, it came up because you're playing as Ghost Quarter. Like you said, it's literally only going to matter when you play against Ghost Quarter or Field Ruin or whatever. And I just drew 2 Ghost Quarters in the first 10 cards in my deck and I was able to pop them. But yeah, so fun day of playing Modern. Unexpectedly, our Possibility Storm deck was able to defeat Is a Phoenix. The Azorius Control deck just handled Mono Red Phoenix pretty easily. I think it was a clean sweep, right? 3-0 or 4-0. And then we had a really close set where the really hateful Colas Eldrazi deck, or the Eldrazi Tron, ultimately took down the Hogak deck with a little bit of luck on its side, but also just some really powerful interaction.
Yeah, enough Graveyard Aid to just keep me off balance to stop me from going way over the top, and then a couple ground creatures to stop the other things from attacking in. The one game I won through Graveyard Aid was when I had Hogak, so that went over the top of your creatures, but you were able to Thought Knot the Hogak in game 5 the turn before I was able to cast it. And once that's out, if I don't have bridges to go wide, I can't really attack through you, even with the Vengevine, because it's only going to trade for one of those several Thought Knots that you had. And it's a Smasher would contain it too, something like that. So we sort of saw the script flipped a little bit there in the last game, and some close matches there. We're a little bit over time, so can we get to some subs?
Yeah, we had 3 today. Prof Thanos, hi all. Cardboard Live have subscribed for 6 months in a row.
Preach.
Cardboard Live support. And Guy Fieri Ball has resubscribed, and they have 5 months in a row.
Well, thank y'all for the subs. Much appreciated. I get the marbles again. Sorry, man.
Okay. We will be in Pittsburgh this weekend after a couple-week break. Who's commentating that show? Not
Cedric,
Patrick, and
not me.
Brian Gottlieb
and Jerry,
his new partner.
Oh,
partner.
No,
Craig Krempels.
Jerry is
Craig Krempels.
not doing. Yep, Craig
Okay.
Krempels.
Yeah, Jerry is retired after his brief stint in the booth, so we'll get Craig back. For those of you who've been watching SCG Tour for a while, Craig was in the booth a couple years ago.
Yeah, he was always paired up with Cedric.
So he'll get a chance to be paired with Brian, and I'm sure that'll be great. And then we got the dream team, Cedric and Patrick. So great coverage there with some Team Modern coming at you from Pittsburgh. It'll be right here on this channel, twitch.tv/SCG Tour. Coverage starts at 10:30 local time, so that's Eastern a.m. on Saturday morning, and we'll go all weekend. Start at 10 a.m. again on Sunday. Get you 15 rounds, Swiss 3 rounds of the top 8. Bunch of Modern action. I'm sure you'll see all of these decks, save for Possibility Storm.
After that whooping I put on you, maybe.
We'll have a good time there. As I said, I'll be playing with Team BCW, trying to get Tannen a trophy with Jim Davis in tow.
I hope you do, honestly.
Yeah, that'll be great. The moment it happens, it'll be the best tournament ever.
Yeah, but then Tannen's gonna just literally he's gonna
take all 3.
No, all of his limbs are gonna fall off, and it's gonna turn out he was just like a robot all along, and he fulfilled his purpose.
Yeah, he's actually been dead the entire time, but he's been in purgatory and he needs to get a trophy so we can move on to the next stage of the afterlife. Yes,
poofs into an ethereal haze.
That I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Well, thanks for watching Versus Live by StarCityGames.com and Carnox Chairs. Much appreciated, everybody hanging out. We'll see you on Saturday for the SCG Tour stop in Pittsburgh. For Ross Merriam, I'm Todd Anderson. That's Rob over there. Make sure everything goes sweet. Say bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.